Alright, you're probably wondering what is in this deck box. What deck have I cooked up this time? Well, we'll get into it. Could this be an ancient deck? A future deck? Something totally different? Well, let's get into it. While you're at it, hit that like button. Turn on all notifications. And most of all, be sure to subscribe. Alright, first part of the deck is our Pokemon. This is a first place deck, and I will attach the deck list in the description. If you guessed it, we did Gardevoir. So, we have 1, 2, 3 copies of Ralts for a Psychic Energy and a Colorless Energy, any kind of energy. Psyshot for 30. 2 copies of Kirlia. The main attack on there is Magical Shot for 30 or Psychic for 60 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And next up, we have 2 copies of Gardevoir. The ability Psychic Embrace. As often as you like, during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Psychic Pokemon. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. You can't use this ability on a Pokemon that would be knocked out. Next up, 4 copies of Munkidori. Pardon me. 4 copies of Munkidori to use the ability Adrenabrain. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any darkness energy attached, you may move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So Munkidori does come in handy if you want to move damage counters off of Gardevoir or someone else. Next up, 1 copy of Screamtail from Paradox Rift. You got Slap for 1 Psychic Energy, Roaring Scream for a Psychic Energy and a different color energy. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Next up, Mew EX. You can use the ability Restart. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand, or for 3 and any kind of energy, Genome Hacking. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attack and use it as this attack. Next up, we got Lily's Clefairy. Lily's is a really good one. This is kind of like a modern, updated version of, say, Raikou V or Entei V. Fairy Zone ability, the weakness of each of your opponent's dragon Pokemon. So say if someone's using Dragapult, it now becomes Psychic for its weakness. Full Moon Rondo for a Psychic Energy and a Colorless Energy. 20 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. And last but not least, Pheasantipity EX to use Flip the Script. Once during your turn, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3 cards. You can't use more than 1 Flip the Script ability each turn. So, for Pokemon, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 15 total Pokemon. Next up, we have our trainers. So we have Pokemon Tool, Technical Machine Evolution, 2 copies. Energy Switch. We have Super Rod. Shuffle up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. 4 copies of Professor's Research. So say if you don't like your hand, you can discard your hand and draw 7 more cards. 2 copies of Rare Candy, skipping over the Stage 1 evolution and evolving to the Stage 2. TM Turbo Energize. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck, and after that, your turn ends because it is an attack. 4 copies of Iono. Each player shuffles their hand, puts it on the bottom of their deck. If another player put any cards on the bottom of their deck in this way, each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. So say your opponent has 5, you have 6. Your opponent draws 5, and you draw 6. 3 copies of Earthen Vessel. You can use this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. 2 copies of Night Stretcher. Very, very playable card right now. Put a Pokemon or basic energy card from your discard pile into your hand. And also, on a side note, you can only use supporters once per turn. Item cards, you can use as many as you want. We got 4 copies of Ultra Ball. You can use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Kind of gave it a little vintage/modern look. Got 2 from the Scarlet Violet era. We got 1 from the Sun and Moon era. And then we got 1 from the X and Y era. And you can still use this one too, as this card is in rotation still. 1 copy of Boss's Orders. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. 2 copies of Nest Ball, pretty straightforward. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. 2 copies of Arven, very, very playable. Search your deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. A Gold Chicken McNugget. Shout out to Sneaker Talk TCG on this one. He loves calling it the Gold Chicken McNugget. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets 50 HP. So you can put this on Fezandipiti EX or say Mew EX. Mew EX, I'd recommend put it on there because Mew does have 180 HP. So adding this on to Mew will give him 230 HP. 1 copy of Counter Catcher. You can use this card only if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. We got 2 copies of Artisan. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box, put it onto their bench, then that player shuffles their deck. Side note, Pokemon EX, Pokemon V, etc. have rule boxes. So we got 1 from Paldea Evolved, another one, Paldea Evolved, but with the Play Pokemon stamp on it. And I know this deck calls for Super Rod. Actually, not Super Rod, but Secret Box. I cannot find my Secret Box card anywhere, so I decided to put in Max Rod. So if I want to get some energy back in my hand or Pokemon, put up to 5 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So total amount of trainers, we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 14, 16, 19, 23, 24, 26, 30, 31, 32, 34 trainers. Now get to the energies. So we decided to give the psychic energies the vintage treatment. Got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 psychic energy. And then we have our hollow darkness energies. The darkness energies will be for Monkey Dory to help use that Adrenabrain. So that is my Gardevoir EX deck breakdown. Again, I will post the deck list in the description. Be sure to like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on all notifications. And if you enjoyed this video, please check out my other videos. This is Dev, signing off for right now. Have a good one.